Good afternoon to you all, and welcome to the second round of our panels today. I work for the Alliance for Shared Values. My colleague shared the message from Mr. Bilan in the morning, Nisa Kalac, and you heard my executive director yesterday in the evening at the reception as a keynote. Our organization works with interfaith, intercultural organizations across the US and Canada. So all our member organizations' goal is to bring people of diverse backgrounds just so that they can know one another. Just we talked about in the previous panel was that despite this fake news just simply making into the people's screens and just simply radicalizing certain individuals and just simply polarizing the society. It is important that we need to have space for people to just be in the same room, breathe the same air, just look at each other. There's a quote that I like from Rumi. It says, when two people stand face to face and look into the other's eye, it is the hearts speaking through the eyes. We may say different words, we may have different gestures, but actually the hearts, the true intention is speaking from the heart. So we need, and all our civil society organizations and the panelists are going to share their work on the ground, how they bring people together through various programs so that they can be in the same room, regardless of the content, so that they can come as foreigners, but leave as friends. So I'm going to just have a short introduction, but before I say so, we have two difficult tasks. The first one is easy to achieve. We're going to have our speakers, we're going to have the room engaged, and at the end, we're going to have a question and answer, and our panels are going to have their time to speak. The second challenge is the most difficult one. We're going to have to keep every presentation about 10 minutes long, so that we can be ready for the next program. So which means that we're going to have a limited time maybe at the end for the questions. So excuse us for this before, if our panelists hear me or see me standing up and just reminding that the time is getting shorter for their presentation. So before further ado, I would like to share a few of things. A couple of things about how is civil society organizations. I guess this is this one. Can you take this one? I think that one. Is it gonna be no? Okay. So one of the ways that the civil society organizations, and we're gonna hear many examples of this today, is that by innovation and grassroots solutions. Okay, how is it now? Good, better? Okay, now, thank you. So the way that I've been involved with the civil society organizations for the last 25 years, and one of the things that I love about the civil society work on the ground is that the civil society organizations can be content specific, meaning that the policymakers and the international bodies, international organizations can make a lot of policies. But who's going to make it specific to the people's needs? Who's going to customize it and serve the people on the ground? And as the time changes, as the technology changes, who's going to adapt, find innovative solutions to still serve the communities? The second one is the service and delivery. Many times we hear, sometimes we heard in the previous panel, I think Kingdom was an example, how the government was funding, cutting the fundings for civil society for interfaith work. Sometimes it happens, the government changes, the administration changes, a different government with different mindset comes to power, and all of a sudden, certain fundings are cut for certain organizations, and other fundings are going through for other organizations. But despite all these difficulties on the ground, there's funding or not, civil society always tries to find ways to continue their projects. I've never seen that these people with a good heart in civil society say, okay, it's done, we don't have money, we'll come back 5 years later. They know that if they disrupt their services, it is difficult to build back. So despite all these difficulties, they continue to serve. The second one is the collaboration and partnership. We're going to see today that all these civil society organizations, they do work on the ground by collaborating with other civil society. No one can handle any problem alone. It is important because what you do, what any of us do on the ground, there is one easy way to multiply it. Cooperate and collaborate. We can multiply across different communities. We can multiply across different sectors in our society. And there's the list goes, but the next one that I'm going to cut here is that the capacity building. Through your work, every civil society organization trains people. It's not only like I start this educational program, come and be trained and go. That kind of programs exist, but at the same time, people who receive services from these civil society organizations see the work of good people, and they say, I want to be part of it. Seeing that good people on the ground doing work and helping communities survive and empower, they are taking it upon themselves maybe to be part of it. So it's a capacity building. Is very important, one of the important outputs of the civil society work. So without further ado, we have a great panel of presenters today. So across from the globe, we're going to hear examples. In the last panel, we hear examples from all interfaith circles. Now we're going to have examples from best practice from various different circles, including education, women empowerment, from that the multicultural music ensembles, from that the community work supporting one another. So